Hello children, how are you? How was the exam? Okay, yes, we have studied the first two chapters in this textbook and today we are going to start the third chapter. Yes, the title of our chapter is Alice and the White Rabbit. Okay, Alice and the White Rabbit. What's the title of our chapter? Yes, Alice and the White Rabbit. Okay, here you can see the picture of Alice. Yes, and it is adapted from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Yes, Lewis Carroll wrote this work, and who is the author of this story? Yes, it's Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll. Okay. Yes, we have learned about different kinds of stories. Yes, today we are going to study. Today we are going to discuss a fantasy story. Yes. Okay, before we go into the chapter, let me ask you one question. What do you mean by a fantasy story? Or can you say the meaning of the word fantasy? Okay, let's check the meaning. Yes, the word fantasy means dream or imagination. Okay, the word fantasy means dream or imagination. Okay, can anyone guess the antonym of this word? I told you the word fantasy means dream and imagination. Okay, can you guess the antonym? Can you guess the opposite word of this word fantasy? Yes, it's reality. The antonym of this word fantasy is reality. Okay. Yes. And fantasy story means a story with events or characters that could not exist in real life. Fantasy story means a story with events or characters that could not exist in real life. Here you can see a picture. Yes. Okay. And it contains elements that are not realistic. It contains these stories. The fantasy stories contains elements that are not realistic. Okay. For example, talking animals. Okay, talking animals, magical powers. Yes, fantasy story, a story with events or characters that could not exist in real life. Yes. Would you like to know more about this story? Yes, all of you please take page number 141. Listen carefully. Let me read the story for you. Yes, reading junction. Let us read about a little girl named Alice and a very interesting dream she once had. Today we are going to study the story of a little girl named Alice and a very interesting dream she once had. What's the name of that girl? Yes, it's Alice. Yes. Okay, please listen. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Alice. One day she had a very curious dream. Yes, once upon a time there was a little girl. What's the name of that girl? Yes, it's Alice. Okay, then she had a very curious dream. Okay, what's the meaning of the word curious? Yes, it's strange. Okay, here you can see the meaning. Yes, it's strange. Okay, she had a very strange dream. Okay, she saw a white rabbit come running in a great hurry, and just as it passed Alice, it stopped and took its watch out of its pocket. Okay, then she saw a white rabbit come running in a great hurry. Here you can see the picture of the rabbit. Yes, she saw a white rabbit come running in a great hurry. Yes, the word hurry means speed. Okay, the rabbit come running in a great speed, and just as it passed Alice, it stopped and took its watch out of its pocket. He took a watch out of its pocket. Okay, wasn't that a funny thing? Have you ever seen a rabbit that had a watch and a pocket to put it in? Of course, when a rabbit has a watch, it must have a pocket to put it in. It would never do to carry it about in its mouth, and it wants its hands sometimes to run about with. Yes, the rabbit has a watch in his hands. Okay, he kept that watch in his pocket. Okay, yes, sometimes he wants its hands to run about with. Okay, yes, the rabbit had pretty pink eyes and pink ears. It was wearing a brown coat that had letters of the English alphabet on it. It also had a yellow waistcoat with a blue necktie. There was a red pocket handkerchief peeping out of its coat pocket. It was very nicely dressed. Yes, can anyone say the appearance of the rabbit? Yes, very good. The rabbit had pretty pink eyes and pink ears. He has very attractive, beautiful pink eyes. Here you can see the picture of rabbit, and the rabbit had pretty pink eyes and pink ears. Then it was wearing a brown coat. It was wearing a brown coat that had letters of the English alphabet on it. Then it also had a yellow waistcoat with a blue neck tie. Yes, there was a red pocket and red pocket handkerchief peeping out of its coat pocket. It was very nicely dressed. Okay, yes. The meaning of the word peeping is to appear slightly from behind or under something. Here you can see the picture, a pocket handkerchief peeping out the coat pocket. Yes, okay. Then look at the next lines. Oh dear, said the rabbit. I shall be very late. It's already 2:30. Then the rabbit said, he shall be very late. It's already 2:30. What would it be too late for, you wonder? Well, you see, it was going to visit the Duchess. The Duchess was a very angry old lady. The rabbit knew she would be very angry if he kept her waiting. The poor thing was very frightened of her rag. Yes, the Duchess was the rabbit was going to visit the Duchess. Here you can see the picture of a Duchess, and the word means the title of a woman who has a very high social rank. Something like a queen. Yes. It was going to visit the Duchess. The rabbit was going to visit the Duchess. Then the Duchess was a very angry old lady. She was a very angry old lady. The rabbit knew she would be very angry if he kept her waiting. Yes. The poor thing was that frightened of her rag. Yes. Here the word rag means anchor. Yes. That's why the rabbit was scared. The Duchess was a very angry old lady, and that was the reason, that's why the rabbit was scared. Okay, today we saw the story of a little girl named Alice and a very interesting dream she once had. Okay, then we saw about a rabbit. Yes, can anyone say the appearance of that rabbit? Yes, the rabbit had pretty pink eyes, then pink ears. It was wearing a brown coat that had letters of English alphabet on it. Then it also had a yellow waistcoat with a blue necktie. Then there was a red pocket handkerchief peeping out of its coat pocket. Yes. Okay. Did you like the story? Yes. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the vocabulary junction. Okay. Page number 146. Yes. Please listen. Read these lines from the story. Yes. Oh dear, said the rabbit. I shall be too late. It's already 2:30. Look at this sentence. Oh dear, said the rabbit. I shall be too late. It's already 2:30. Yes. Look at the words in yellow. Yes, it's 2:30. Yes. Do you know when it is 2:30? Okay. Here you can see the picture of a clock. It's 2:30. Yes. Yes. Here you can see the picture of a clock, and the short hands. Here a clock has two hands, and the short hands tells the hour and the long hand tells us the minutes. Right. Okay. Today we are going to study certain phrases to talk about time. Okay. Today we are going to study certain phrases that we use to talk about time. Okay. Look at this picture. Can you tell the time to the nearest 5 minutes? You must study all these phrases. Okay, please listen. The first one indicates 5 past. Okay, this is a phrase used to talk about time. 5 past, then 2, 10 past, 3, quarter past, 4, 20 past, 5, 25 past, 6, half past, then 7, 25 to, 8, 20 to, 9, quarter to, 10, 10 to, then 11, 5 to. Okay, these are certain phrases that we use to talk about time. Okay. Yes. Now let's check some examples. 2. And this means it's 2 o'clock. Okay. It's 2 o'clock. Okay. Look at the next one. 2, 5. That means it's 5 past 2. Yes. 5 past 2. Next one. 2:10. That means it's 10 past 2. 10 past 2. Okay. 2:15. It's quarter past 2. Okay. Look at the next one. 2:30. It's half past 2. 2:30 means it's half past 2. Okay. 2:35. It's 25 to 3. Next one. 2:40. It's 20 to 3. Next one. 2:45. It's quarter to 3. Next one. 2:20. It's 20 past 2. Next one. 2:25. It's 25 past 2. Next one. 2:50. It's 10 to 3. Next one. It's 5 to 3. Okay. These are certain phrases that we use to talk about time. You must study all these phrases. Look at this once again. 5 past. Okay. 5 past. Then 10 past. 5 past. 5 to. Then 10 past. 10 to. Quarter past. 20 to. 20 past. 25 to. Then 25 past. Half past. Okay. You must study all these phrases. Okay. Then we use at plus time. We use this formula at plus time while telling the time of a specific event. We use this formula, that is at plus preposition at plus time, or we use the preposition at before time. Yes, while telling the time of a specific event. Okay, look at some example. First one, the meeting starts at 10 o'clock. The meeting starts at 10 o'clock. Look at this. Yes, 10 o'clock. Here the preposition at is used before the time. Yes, at 10 o'clock. Here we use the formula at plus time. The meeting starts at 10 o'clock. Okay, next one. The train leaves at 3 o'clock. The train leaves at 3 o'clock. Yes, here the preposition at is used before the time. Yes. Next one, another important point. We use it is. We use it is or it's to answer a question that asks for the present time. We use it is or it's to answer a question that asks for the present time. For example, what time is it? Okay. Yes, it is 10 past 5. What time is it? It is 10 past 5. Yes. Here it is used to answer this question, to say the time, say the present time. Yes. What time is it? It is 10 past 5. Okay. Next one. What's time? It's quarter to 8. Here we use it is, or we use the words it is or it's to answer a question that asks for the present time. Yes. Okay. Now let's do a small activity. Page number 147. Yes. Match the time to the correct description. Match the time to the correct description. Okay, here you can see 10:30. These are digital clocks. Then 10:30, 6:15, 9:45, 3:35, 10:10. Okay, here you have to match the time to the correct description. These are the description. These are the phrases that we use to denote time. Yes. These are the description and you have to match the time with the correct description. Okay, first one 10:30. Yes, 10:30. The options are it's quarter to 10, it's half past 10, it's 10 past 10, it's quarter past 6, it's 25 to 4. What will be the answer? Yes, 10:30. Yes, let's check the answer. Yes, it's half past 10. Half past 10. Yes, 10:30. And the correct description is half past 10. Okay. Look at the next one. 6:15. Yes, it's quarter past 6. 15. Quarter past 6. Quarter. Yes, quarter past 6. Okay, next one. 9:45. Yes, 9:45. The correct description is quarter to 10. 45. Quarter to 10. Okay, quarter to 10. Okay, next one. 3:35. That is, it's 25 to 4. 25 to 3:35. 25 to 4. Yes. Then last one. 10:10. Yes, it's 10 past 10. The correct description is it's 10 past 10. Here you can see the time and these are the description. These are the phrases that we use to denote the exact time. Yes, okay. Now let's do another second activity. Look at the picture below and write the time. Yes, this is the first one. Yes. What will be the answer? Yes, it's 10 past 10. 10 past 10. Okay, look at the next one. Yes, quarter past 7. 7:15. So it's quarter past 7. Then next one, 2 o'clock. Yes, it's 2 o'clock. Yes, right. Then next one, what will be the answer? 5 to 8. Okay, these are the phrases that we use to denote or describe the time. Yes, okay. Today we learned the story of a little girl, and what's the name of that girl? Yes, Alice. Okay. Then we learned some phrases that we use to denote time. Okay. Yes, let's wind up then. Okay, I hope today's class is helpful to you. Wish you a good day. Thank you.